An era of American culture is drawing to a close.
Welcome to Global Pulse TV, voice from the globe.
After nearly 6 decades of shaping public broadcasting, the Corporation for Public Broadcasting, or CPB, has announced it will begin steps towards shutting down. This decision follows the loss of federal funding cut by Congress in the wake of President Donald Trump's repeated criticism of public media, which he claimed promoted political and cultural values contrary to American ideals. Founded in 1967, CPB has been a vital source of support for public radio and television across the nation. While best known for backing national names like PBS and NPR, most of CPB's funding went to more than 1,500 local stations, many of them lifelines for rural and underserved communities. From local newsrooms to classrooms, the CPB's impact has been both broad and deeply personal. Iconic shows such as Sesame Street, Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, and NPR's All Things Considered were all made possible in part by CPB's support. CPB's reach even extended into national emergency alert systems, cultural preservation, and historical documentary filmmaking, most famously through the works of Ken Burns. For small towns like ours, this is more than just losing a station, it's losing a voice. With the CPB's closure, hundreds of public stations face uncertain futures. Some may shut down entirely, while others will be forced to drastically cut programming, staff, or community outreach. For generations, public broadcasting brought Americans together through stories, education, and shared values. Now, as the CPB prepares to fade from the airwaves, a critical chapter in American media comes to an end.
Brown University has become the third Ivy League school to strike a deal with the Trump administration, a major development in an escalating battle over federal funding and so-called woke ideology on American campuses. Let's dive into the details of the story. The agreement, announced Wednesday, will see Brown University pay $50 million over 10 years to support workforce development programs in Rhode Island. In return, the Trump administration will unfreeze millions in federal grants, previously cut due to what the White House called ideological overreach. The Trump administration had threatened to withhold over $500 million in grants. Now, much of that money is expected to be restored. But the deal comes with strings. Brown has agreed to several controversial conditions. Limit recognition of transgender students. Bolster its support for the Jewish community. Increase research and education about Israel. The move follows an executive order by President Trump stating that the government would no longer recognize transgender identities. Brown will also be banned from using personal statements or diversity narratives in admissions, a major blow to affirmative action-like policies. Brown now joins the University of Pennsylvania and Columbia University in cutting deals to avoid financial fallout. Penn agreed to Trump's stance on transgender athletes. Columbia paid a massive $200 million and accepted external monitoring. Much of the pressure stems from campus protests over the war in Gaza. The administration accuses some schools of allowing anti-Semitism to flourish. Critics say the government is silencing pro-Palestine voices. Brown President Christina Paxson insists the deal protects academic freedom, highlighting a clause that bars the government from dictating. But Education Secretary Linda McMahon hailed the deal as a victory against woke capture in higher education. Now, all eyes turn to Harvard, still in a standoff with the Trump administration, and reportedly considering a deal worth up to $500 million. Please, if you have watched to this very moment, thank you for being there, and don't forget to share your thoughts with us on this topic on the comment section. Like, share, and subscribe to this channel for valuable information. I'm your host for today, Shirley. Bye for now.